George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
Uh-oh. There's a lot of signs indicating that the United States economy might be heading into a recession. And if it does, that means that housing prices are going to go right down with it too, right? Well, maybe, maybe not. Thanks for coming into thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson. And I ran across an interesting graph last week that was produced by the Case Shiller company, and they have a lot of different housing statistics and whatnot that they keep track of. And the one that they put out recently, I'm going to pull up this chart, is they go back into the 60s and track from the early 60s right up through the COVID recession, if you will, of 2020. What has happened with housing prices in relation to the overall economy, in other words, the gross domestic product, gross national product, as it was called when I was in college back in the 80s. And what we find is that there's really no connection between the two. In the last 9 recessions that have been chronicled on there, there was really only the one in 2007 through 2009 where we had the housing market tank along with the economy. And I think a lot of people would accurately identify and say that, well, you know what, the mortgage loan programs may have been a catalyst or may have contributed to that decline in the housing market. And I think that that's true because there were a lot of loan programs back then. I had been in the business for a long time when I saw it happening, and nobody was really shocked. I mean, if you're extending credit to people that don't have a job, don't have a down payment, and have poor credit scores, what do you think is going to happen when they buy a house and they're stuck with a $1,500 or $2,000 a month house payment on a home that they thought that they could own it for a matter of weeks and flip it and make money? So we don't have the same type of underwriting guidelines that we had 15 years ago, and so we don't have the same type of factors that would contribute to a mortgage-induced recession. So because of that, I think that the housing market is going to be stable. I don't think it may not go gangbusters, but I don't think that just because the economy slows down or the interest rates go up or a combination of both, there is still a short supply of housing and people need homes to live in. And most people that are getting into their first home are not trying to pick a time to try to invest in a home. It's maybe they're a young family, they've got their first child on the way, and it's just time to put down roots and have a roof over your head. And if housing prices are expensive or the interest rates are high, you just need a house. And so I don't see that these factors that everybody's worrying about right now are going to have an impact on the housing market, because people have to have, for the most part, a minimal amount of money for a down payment. They have to have verifiable employment, their debt ratios have to be in line, and they have to be paying their bills on time. So we just don't have the same batch of ingredients going into whatever economic situation we're coming into now that we did 15 years ago. So hopefully that helps you make a decision on whether it's time to buy, sell, trade up, get investment property or whatever. Do it on your own circumstances and what you think is best for your personal situation. So thanks for coming into thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson. Remember, you can push button, get Mortgage Professional, and I'd be happy to help you with your personal situation. Have a great day.